Yo, what's up? Welcome to another video. My mic is working this time. Sadly, the first two videos I'm uploading of this, right, is my mic not working. And I want to upload it because I want to do the full series, but like, it's kind of tough because I'm reacting, but the video is like messed up. So am I reacting in those videos? Like, if I was making money and the whole video got claimed, I wouldn't like be upset with it. But yeah, well, I'm not making money, so who cares? But this is very cool.
UFC fighter, BJJ.
Wait, no, I was gonna be like, couldn't I just get it off my Twitch? But it's not like my video corrupted. That's my mic didn't work.
Black belt, Shaolin disciple, karate black belt, Muay Thai expert, and a regular person, all locked up in a room with a knife attacker for 20 seconds. After completing the first 3 challenges, our contenders were ready to face what was going to arguably be the Self-Defense Championship's hardest challenge yet, the Shank Tank, where each participant was going to enter a closed environment together with a knife attacker and then defend against them for 20 seconds 5 times in a row. The attackers' rubber knives will be covered in red paint, while the contenders will be wearing ex-marshals custom-made anatomy shirts in order to track knife wounds. The first contender to go was the champion of the first season, MMA fighter Jeff Chan, who now had a chance at redemption. Since in season 1, almost none of the participants, including Jeff Chan, survived even a single round against the knife attackers in the same challenge.
I offered to go first, not realizing that probably have the hardest because the guys have the most energy.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I definitely decided to not try the same strategy as last time, which was go for the double legs this time. My strategy was to try to keep it striking.
Why not go for the double leg? I mean, you would get stabbed in the back.
Everyone good? You all ready?
Yeah. Damn. Oh, he dropped the knife. Oh, he picked it back up. What the fuck? Oh, he's losing. 13 stabs.
While many videos claim to teach effective knife defense,
There
in
is
reality,
literally
few of them, if any, actually test their techniques against an attacker who is fully committed to doing damage. The truth is that it's way more difficult to defend against a knife attacker than most people think. And instead of looking like the movies, reality is usually much closer to what you see here, even with a trained fighter. And although Jeff Chan displayed great use of the Atomic Bear self-defense pen, leaving him with no more uses of it for the rest of the championship, he did not do enough damage with it and suffered too many injuries, officially not surviving the first round. But there were 4 more rounds for him to still redeem himself and to improve upon his mistakes, including later rounds with a twist.
I wanted to keep throwing the high kick in, and I did land it, but it was pulled.
That could have knocked him out. Damn. Hold on. Why is my video freezing like that? Bro is getting shanked. I'm dead. Bro's getting stabbed up. Ooh. Why didn't he go for the knife? He could have went for the knife.
Unfortunately, Jeff Chan didn't survive again. Yet in the 3rd round, in order to level out the playing field at least a little bit, all of the contenders will be given a duffel bag to use as an improvised shield.
Landed a teep, but then the teep only buys you like 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Good job.
He got that arm.
Finally, Jeff Chan survived his first Shank Tank round in 2 seasons. But before it was Shaolin Disciples Renton's turn, Jeff had 2 more rounds to improve his record even further, with the next one involving an obstacle in the middle of the room.
Ooh. Got out the arena. I'm dead.
Although Jeff Chan got stabbed only a number of times, and even though he managed to take away the knife from the attacker and then stabbed him with his own knife, unfortunately, after consulting with a paramedic, it turns out the last 2 stabs would have reached Jeff's heart, leading this round to being a fatal one and leaving Jeff with a final round against a concealed knife attacker.
He should just try to take him down like he did last time. I don't know why you said he wouldn't take him down. It's really crazy that you can't really even do anything.
Unfortunately, the final round was also fatal for Jeff Chan.
My strategy was to try to keep it striking, but each time I ended up in a grappling match again. I wasn't hitting 100%, I was hitting 70%. So I kind of regret not throwing more hands, and I regret not throwing harder. I think the outcome would have been a bit different.
Yet how many points Jeff scores in the championship depends not only on his performance, but also on how the other 5 contenders will do, as their performances will be compared to each other. Meanwhile though, Shaolin disciple Ranton, who was going to go next, wasn't sure about his chances after his lackluster performance in the previous bar scenario challenge.
Yesterday's
Bro
challenge
got beat
got
up
me
in the bar.
super worried. I cannot embarrass myself like that again, but I don't know how to fight. I've never fought in my whole life. I'm scared to throw punches. So I spent all night, last night, sitting in my bed telling myself, I have to punch people today. I have to punch people. I have to let it all out. I have to punch people. But I was just scared that they're gonna run towards me and I'm just gonna freeze up and not dare to hit them.
But there was only one way to find out if Ranton will.
Good to go? Ready?
Does he do a punch? He does a punch.
Was saying I only do forms, I don't know how to fight. But then I saw him at the Shank Tank and I was so proud of him.
He came out like a Shaolin drunken boxer and just...
Ooh, okay.
Thank God the moment it started, something clicked in my head. I was able to flick the switch and be like, now or never. My wife cried because she was so proud of me. Nathan and Jeff had me on the back and be like, yo, I'm impressed with you. Now I feel like my odds have significantly improved.
Ranton's round was stopped since the judges, taking the helmets into account, assessed that his strikes were knockout shots and would have stopped the knife attacker in their tracks, leading Ranton's first round into a win.
My boxing coach is gonna be so proud of me.
But Ranton was just getting started.
Damn. I actually wouldn't want to be up close with a stabber, huh? Bro's getting stabbed. Damn near stabbed 30 times, he's dead. That first one probably would have got him.
One of the things that motivated me the most, because I love Jeff Chan, I am a huge fan of his content. After every round, when I heard the whistle, the first thing I did, I looked to Jeff Chan's face, and he looked at me like a tiny bit impressed, and I was like, wow, I don't suck.
I'm dead. That's smart.
Ranton got another win due to a knockout shot, leading him to a second win and the final round to go. By focusing on knockout shots, taking a risk and going all out, Ranton managed to survive not only a single, but 2 rounds, as a result in this challenge surpassing even his idol Jeff Chan.
The last one got me. I gotta punch somebody.
Yeah, so much fun. I honestly feel like this is the best knife defense. When you see the knife, just make peace with the fact you're gonna go to the hospital and then just to swing for his flippin' head. Because you just need to land one good shot. It's game over.
Meanwhile though, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Jordan Preisinger, who was going to go next,
I'll be on my side after.
had a surprising and very different strategy from the first two contenders.
I was thinking, how can I keep my vital organs away from the knife? And the day before, I realized,
He pulled guard. He literally sat on his back and pulled guard.
When the whistle blew and he lied down his back, all of us were like, no way. This is content.
I mean, you can stop my feet. I mean, at worst, just your feet gonna get stabbed up. Or you might knock him out on accident. That's a knockout. That's a
Everyone's
knockout.
surprise, Jordan managed to pull guard in a knife fight and survived the first round, since the cuts weren't lethal.
I know it's gonna get a lot of people kind of riled up. Who pulls guard in a knife fight? I can wrestle, I can
I
strike,
mean,
but I thought keeping my torso so far away.
Getting
would be
it
very
away from your
smart
head
strategy.
Yet
and
Jordan had an idea how to
organs and
improve his
whatnot.
strategy even more.
One problem I had was not going hard enough. I still was trying to control too much, where I could have thrown more up kicks.
Ready to go?
hold on. Gotta wait for it to catch up or whatever it's doing. I don't know.
Despite doing a great job at using the guard again, unfortunately, at the very beginning of the round, Jordan's femoral artery got cut, which would lead to a person bleeding out very quickly unless given immediate medical attention, resulting in Jordan losing the second round. He also refused to wear the helmet, but Jordan was not ready to give up yet.
Let me see if I can do a different strategy and see if it'd be successful.
Why not attack them nicer? Like, if you have this bag, right? Instead of waiting for the knife dude to run at you, why don't you run at him? Because then you take away his advantage. That's what I was thinking right now.
Good to go?
Keep that shit in between you guys at all costs. Ooh. Was that in the eye?
Despite finishing the round strong with an armbar and getting cut only once, given the weight and speed of the attacker, the single stab to the forehead was lethal, reminding us that it's not about how many times you get cut, but where, leaving Jordan with one more loss, a reminder of the importance of wearing a helmet, and the final round to go. Using an unorthodox strategy, Jordan was able to survive 2 rounds against all
That is
odds.
pretty
And
tough.
just pull guard, which I think is really cool because it actually worked.
A lot of people make fun of BJJ. Like, huh, what are you gonna do? Sit down on your back when someone attacks you? Butt scoot? And he did that.
Yes.
And he did incredibly well.
He just executed perfectly. I was happy for him, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, shit, my chances are winning are going down by the minute. God
like,
damn
yeah,
you, why are you so
I'll
good?
sit on my
Nathan
ass.
was not only a single point apart from Jordan in the score table, he was also still on a quest for redemption to prove his skills after a failed first challenge. And when asked by Jeff Chan what his plan was, this was his answer.
My
Yeah,
strategy
it's-
was to hurt
yeah.
the guys before the
Yeah, instead of waiting for them to come at you with a weapon, why don't you go at them? Because if they got momentum going at you, because like, I feel like you wouldn't expect the person that has a weapon to, like, if I have a weapon, right, I wouldn't expect somebody to come at me because I have the power, right? So, like, somebody rushes me and then they're trying to hit me, I would kind of, like, try to block, right? You would try to block the hits coming in, even though you got a weapon, because you would flinch. You're not a fighter, right, with a weapon. You're a regular person with a weapon. So you would, like, probably tense up or freeze up a little bit, even though you got a
They
knife.
can hurt me, not only to knock them out. I didn't want to knock anybody out. Hitting somebody hard, it's not only about hurting them, it's about gaining respect as well. If you go too light, they just walk you down. If you throw a good shot, you make somebody more timid, and that's what I wanted to do with the attackers. I wanted to put fear in their hearts.
He's not wrong.
Although Nathan's injuries were close to being deadly, he used his Atomic Bear self-defense pen effectively to incapacitate his attacker by striking vital areas, and after a powerful spinning back kick, the round was stopped and Nathan survived the first round. But he had 4 more Shank Tank rounds to prove that he's better at knife defense than his rival, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Jordan.
Why not get the knife?
Although just nearly, Nathan survived 2 rounds in a row, putting him in a position where he needs to win 1 more in order to surpass Jordan's performance. Yet Nathan's next attacker was meaning business.
Oh shit. Come at me.
Although it was a spectacular round
That was
that ended
fun.
with an assessed knockout shot, before the round was stopped, Nathan suffered too many injuries, failing this round. But
That
he
was
had
pretty
2
dope.
more rounds to redeem himself.
Ooh.
The timing was right, the opportunity was right.
That was
Nathan's
very
kick was
good.
so powerful that it left his attacker unable to move for minutes on end.
Spin back kick is
Damn.
the most powerful kick you can throw. Even with the shoe, I think a shoe hurts more, but actually it has cushion.
Undoubtedly winning this round. As a result, Nathan
Yo, that's
leader of
crazy.
this challenge so far, leaving only karate black belt Jesse Enkam and regular person Craig Hunter to challenge him during their still
Regular person
upcoming
was going
attempts.
crazy
Yet
at the bar
Nathan
one.
had his final attempt at improving his record even further.
Getting behind the attacker.
Nathan's final round was fatal, but after winning 3 rounds in total, he was now leading this challenge, leaving other contenders concerned.
You couldn't contain the energy in the Shank Tank room. Everybody around it was talking about it and the kick. And Jordan's like, you really knocked them out? And I'm like, perhaps. Just want to make him think that when we're gonna
This
meet,
is
he's
real,
gonna
bro.
lose. I really
This
do
isn't
believe that,
no
but also
game.
it can't hurt that
I'm
he'll
dead.
believe that.
Did you like this? No, I didn't see this. I was not like, when I saw, I was like, yo.
Nathan is a f***ing savage. That spinning back kick came out of nowhere.
When you said that basically killed everyone at the bar, I was thinking like, beat everyone up, nice. But after I watched you, I totally changed my perspective of what you meant by it. You have a nice smile with your psycho.
I'm telling you, I'm not going against Nathan.
You did well though. I was surprised. You were like, yeah, man.
You're so much more fun than I expected. God, it's awesome.
Yet Nathan's reign could still be ended by karate black belt Jesse Enkam, who had his own strategy that may still very well pose a danger to Nathan's current position.
I saw the last season. I know what's about to go down. We're about to get stabbed 2,000 times. You want to
2,000
equalize
times.
the
Bro got
play.
stabbed
If they have a
50
knife, I want to have something as well. And we have the pen, so why not use it?
Like, you both got a weapon. May as well go at each other.
Good shots, you gotta drum off, guys.
Before Jesse was fatally stabbed, he hit the attacker's genitals multiple times with the Atomic Bear self-defense pen's metal teeth edge, which
Yo,
would have
that
likely
would
stopped the
fucking
fight.
hurt.
And since the round was not stopped early enough to
You would
reflect that,
fall in the
Jesse's
gun
first
crying,
round
bro.
was counted as a win.
Try to stab them in the eye, but one of the guys had a helmet where you could actually touch his eye. So I just stabbed his groin over and over with the pen, and that was a great plan.
But it's not a coincidence that Jesse was able to use an improvised weapon.
I started training when I was 2 years old, but ever since then, school has grown, and now we have many different martial arts, like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Thai boxing, MMA, and of course, the ancient weapons from Okinawa, the birthplace of karate.
And Jesse had another weapons strategy he was about to try in the second round.
Imagine fencing. Fencer can reach really far, so I hold it in the same kind of grip. This other dude actually has some kind of protection over his face, so that means I can go through the eyes.
Ooh, he's dead. He's dead.
The
Yeah.
judges assessed that Jesse's strike directly to the eyes was a fight stopper, resulting in
Yeah.
his second win in a row,
Yeah, he
and
would've
Jesse
won that.
needing to win at least one more round to directly compete with Nathan for the best performance of this challenge. Yet the next round had a surprise coming for Jesse.
But then we have a problem, because then we get this bag. Now, here's my plan. I'm gonna rush the guy, push my bag
Yes,
into his
that's
face
what
to
I've been
blur his vision,
saying.
and then I'm gonna throw knee strikes to his liver, at least in my head, because what he does
Charge at the dude charging at you when you got something.
is some Matrix shit.
Kind of dodges it.
He runs on
Rub-
the wall. Who does that? With a
Yo,
knife.
his ear ripped off. His ear ripped off. It's so they get crazy acrobatic, you're fucked. That's what I've learned.
Unfortunately, Jesse didn't survive this round, but his spirits were still staying positive,
At least I had a plan, although it didn't work. But hey, everyone's got a plan until he gets stabbed in the face.
and he still
Stabbed
Yes,
in the
he's using a
face.
Dorilla pillow. How can you tell? Have you heard about Dorilla Ergo? It's the cutting-edge ergonomic pillow that people actually
had 2 more rounds to try to reach Nathan's record.
Gonna use cover better. Now he's just getting stabbed. Unnecessarily.
Unfortunately, Jesse didn't manage to reach Nathan's record, yet he did guarantee himself a higher score at the middle tier, once everyone's performances will be compared.
In general, I think it's a really good idea to know how to use any everyday object as a weapon. And if you can carry one with you, like a pen, that's even better.
And right now, the first 200 people to order Atomic Bear's Stealth Pen Pro will receive a 50% discount. Get your Stealth Pen Pro now by going to the atomicbear.com/USDC or by scanning the QR code at the right corner. And now, regular person Craig Hunter was the last threat to Nathan's reign in the Shank
Regular
Tank.
person.
Yet Craig was not only against all odds leading the championship after agreeing to be part of it as a last-minute substitute with only a week's notice. It also turns out he also had his very first ever boxing fight coming up. The following day, the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship ends. Right after, he will have gone through 5 intense days of self-defense challenges.
I've changed jobs now, I'm driving a truck, so I sit down a lot. I just sort of sign up for this boxing thing where it's like a 10-week training program and then you fight at the end of it. So I've signed up for that to try and force myself into a gym, and then I just didn't really train. just didn't go to the gym like life, yeah.
And when asked what Craig's strategy for the Shank Tank was, this was his answer.
Try not to get
Attack 'em.
stabbed. That's it. You always get stabbed, but you just try and get stabbed as little as possible, really, yeah.
Attack the attacker.
Although Craig managed to take the knife away and stab the attacker, unfortunately by then he had already been fatally stabbed. used the Atomic Bear's self-defense pen to strike the genitals of his attacker, stopping the round. Unfortunately, it was too late. Yet Craig was not ready to give up yet.
This nigga.
Craig's knee to the head in the following ground and pound was assessed as a fight stopper, scoring him his first point in the Shank Tank.
Being the aggressor works. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes you attacking is better than you waiting to be attacked. Regular person Greg going crazy, bro. I'm telling you.
I just wanna take you home, and I am not the secret kind. Baby, I just wanna take you home.
He's getting stabbed with shit. Ooh, to the face right there. Yeah, that one's over with.
Despite Craig not reaching Nathan's score, his performance was still phenomenal, even though Craig wasn't willing to admit it.
How do you think it went?
As you see, I got cut a lot.
And now, since all of the contenders have taken their turn, it's finally time to reveal the contenders' scores based on everyone's performance when compared to each other.
Regular person Craig going crazy.
Yet everything can still change, as there are 3 more challenges coming, and the contenders have no idea what the next challenge is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is just so dope, bro. I low-key want to watch the rest right now. Let's see. For the guy playing the role of the knife attacker for absolute punishment for the sake of showcasing some true. Because this is showing that they don't care about getting hit. When a regular person might. That's why he was bigger. Where he might like care about getting hit, right? Protect my organs. I gotta keep my distance. I want to put fear in the heart. Craig is a guy in anime with a weird backstory. While he may not have trained as much in martial arts, Craig was in Australia. Was from Australia, where dealing with dangerous animals and birds was just a normal part of survival. I'm dead. But yeah, like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day and night. And bye. Let me know if you guys are liking these, because I actually like this. This is pretty dope. But yeah, see y'all.